Sanjeev,
আচ্ছা
please
এতিয়া
explain.
এই স্লাইডখনত চাবা যে তাতে এটা অফিস ৰুমৰ পৰিৱেশ এটা দি দিয়া আছে আৰু তাতে 4জন মানুহ বহি আছে 3জন আমাৰ সন্মুখৰ ফালে বহি আছে আৰু এগৰাকী আমাক পিঠি দি পেলাই বহি আছে এতিয়া এই গোটেই পৰিৱেশটো হৈছে এটা ইন্টাৰভিউৰ পৰিৱেশ এই সন্মুখত থকা 3জন যে আছে তেওঁলোক ইন্টাৰভিউৱাৰ আৰু আমাক পিঠি দি পেলাই যিগৰাকী বহি আছে তেওঁ হৈছে এপ্লিকেন্ট বা চাকৰি প্ৰাৰ্থী এতিয়া তোমালোকে এটা কাম কৰিব পাৰা তোমালোকে সেই যে অকলশৰীয়াকে যিগৰাকী বহি আছে তোমালোকে নিজকে কল্পনা কৰিব পাৰা যে তুমি সেইগৰাকী মানুহ এটা তেনেকুৱা এটা পজিশন হলে তোমালোকে কেনেকুৱা ধৰণে টেকেল কৰিবা বা কেনেকুৱা ধৰণে এই ইন্টাৰভিউটো সাকসেস হ'ব পাৰিবা সেই কথাখিনি জানিবৰ কাৰণেহে আজি এইখিনি কথা আমি আলোচনা কৰিম গতিকে এই ফটোখন চোৱাৰ লগে লগে তোমালোকে নিজকে কল্পনা কৰি লবা প্ৰথমতে আমি জানিব লাগিব পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউ নো কি সঞ্জীৱ নেক্সট স্লাইড প্লিজ What is personal interview? A personal interview is basically a meeting organized by a recruiter in which he evaluates a potential employee for the prospective employment. However, this meeting should be considered as a two-way process between the candidate and the interviewer. You should keep in mind that this meeting is not an interrogation. You need not fear about it. Simply, it is just an interaction between potential employer and employee. আমাৰ বহুতৰ ধাৰণা আছে যে মোক 3-4জন মানুহে একেলগে খুদিব কি বা খুদে মোৰ একদম মোক কি কথা জানিব খোজে এইটো একদম তোমালোকৰ ভ্ৰান্ত ধাৰণা এই কথাখিনি তোমালোকে মনৰ পৰা উলিয়াই দিব লাগিব যে তুমি জানিবা যে তোমাক মাতিছে তুমি তাত বহিছা তুমি যিখিনি জানা খালি তুমি সুন্দৰভাৱে সজাই পৰাই ক'ব পাৰিব লাগিব The interviewer looks to find out how well the candidate could do the job and fit in with their organization. And the candidate aims to show that he or she is the best person for the job and for the organization. A personal interview should be considered as the time to shine and to sell your candidature in an efficient and warm manner. নিজৰ দক্ষতাখিনি 100% সুন্দৰকৈ উপস্থাপন কৰিব পৰাৰ এটা ব্যৱস্থা হৈছে পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউ হেহে পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউটো তোমালোকৰ পাৰদৰ্শিতা দেখুৱাব পৰা এটা সুবৰ্ণ সুযোগ হোৱা উচিত The job interviews which are usually face-to-face meetings last approximately 25 to 30 minutes although telephonic or Skype interviews may be slightly shorter. But it all depends upon the nature of conversation between two parties. Personal interviews are a means of two-way communication between the recruiter and the candidate in which a meaningful conversation leads to a productive understanding. Next slide, please, Sanjeev. Then why is a personal interview important? It is important for both, for the recruiter and also for the candidate. This is the second and third stage of screening process for a candidate is shortlisted after written test and or group discussion. Normally, পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউটো দ্বিতীয় বা তৃতীয় পৰ্যায়ৰ বাছনি প্ৰক্ৰিয়াহে প্ৰথম আৰু দ্বিতীয় পৰ্যায়ত ক্ৰমে লিখিত পৰীক্ষা আৰু গ্ৰুপ ডিসকাশন অনুষ্ঠিত কৰি নিৰ্দিষ্ট সংখ্যাৰ প্ৰাৰ্থী বাছনি কৰা হয় পৰৱৰ্তী পৰ্যায়তহে পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউ অনুষ্ঠিত কৰে প্ৰাৰ্থীৰ সংখ্যা কম হলে কেৱল পাৰ্সোনেল ইন্টাৰভিউ অনুষ্ঠিত কৰি পদ পূৰণৰ ব্যৱস্থা কৰা হয় অৱশ্যে কেইটা পৰ্যায়ত প্ৰাৰ্থী বাছনি কৰিব সেইটো নিৰ্ভৰ কৰিব অৰ্গেনাইজেশ্যনটোৰ মেনেজমেন্টৰ ওপৰত These interview sessions with eligible candidates have become so important and prominent in today's job sector that there is absolutely no company hiring new candidates without any crucial step, personal interview. From the job seeker's point of view, personal interview is most important. First one, an interview provides an employment opportunity to the job seeking candidate. It helps an applicant to present and communicate his or her views, opinions, and ideas to the employer. If a candidate performs well at the interview and meets employer's expectation, then he or she has a good chance of getting selected for a desired post. Second one, personal interview develop confidence in candidates. Fresh job seeking candidates, just like you, the young college graduate, get nervous during their first few job interviews. However, after attending multiple interviews, they automatically develop a confidence in themselves and subconsciously develop skills to tackle a variety of interviews, which boost the morale of the candidate. Third one, personal interview helps candidate to accept or reject the job. The job seeking candidate is provided with information about the job and employer. He and she, he or she is well informed about the salary, perks, and allowances, working conditions, job security, chances of promotions and transfers, other employment benefits, if any, etc. All the doubts of the candidate are cleared by the interviewer. This helps the candidate to make a wiser career decision whether to accept or reject the job if offered. Number four, the personal interview helps job seekers to increase context. When a job seeking candidate attends an interview, he or she develops context with the interviewer and the other candidates. So, if a candidate is not selected at first job searching attempt, then these contexts sometimes help them or help her or him to succeed at next hunting attempts. So, you have to face the personal interview in your life if you are looking for a job or higher studies. Next slide, please, Sanjeev. Okay, you see here there are two pixels. In the first one, it looks like an application form, and second one, you see two persons are just like they are discussing something. Here, first we discuss about the it is the resume writing, which is, looks like an application format. Next slide, please. Uh, First one is resume writing. এতিয়া resume writing কেনেকুৱা হোৱা উচিত এইখিনি কথা চাবা. Do not put everything in your resume. For each resume you send out, you will want to highlight only the accomplishments and skills that are most relevant to the job at the hand, even if that means you do not include all of your experiences. Include only the most relevant information and put the most important information first. A resume provides a summary of your education, work history, credential, and other accomplishments of skills. Resumes are the most common document requested of the applicants of job applications. A resume should be as concise as possible. Typically, a resume is one page long, although sometimes it can be as long as 2 pages. Resumes often include bulleted lists to keep information concise. When you prepare a resume, you may also use a template to structure your resume. This will give your document a clear organization, which will help the employer quickly to see your qualification and experience. You can review resume examples for the job you are seeking. Always use a professional font. Make it simple and easy to read, and also make it brief. Proofread and edit. Next slide, please. Uh, Most of us make some common mistakes in resume writing. It may happen to all of us. First one is we use same resume for multiple job applications. It is our general tendency. We consider one format and we apply it for different posts. Second one, we provide personal information in resume. We should not be actually. We write too much text in the resume. We provide unprofessional email addresses, just like Duncan Squirrel at the rate of yahoo.com or foxylady at readipmail.com, etc., etc. We should not use this type of unprofessional email addresses. Use outdated, unreadable, or fancy fonts. These should be avoided. Spelling or grammatical mistakes and too ambiguous. Therefore, you must be very much careful in writing a resume. You need to read the resume thoroughly and edit the document if necessary. Next slide, please. Sanjeev. Mock interview. In the earlier slide, we have seen that two persons are discussing in a table. That is actually the mock interview. A mock interview mirrors an actual job interview. It gives you an opportunity to practice what to say and do during an interview and get feedback, whether it is face-to-face, online, or through a webcam. A mock interview is useful in reviewing your answers to common interview questions and assessing other factors such as your outfit, your mannerism, your body language, etc., etc. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. It is always true. We know it. Doing a mock interview will show you your strong and weak points and boost your self-confidence. Then how to prepare for mock interview? A mock interview is a practice interview, but you need to take it seriously. Just as you would face an actual job interview, consider the mock interview as a dress rehearsal. Keep few things in mind to ace your mock interview. First one, choose the right mock interviewer. It is easy to ask a friend or a family member, but if you want to get objective and honest feedback, you may want to ask someone with experience in interviewing job candidates. Second one, choose a professional setting. You need a venue that simulates the environment of an office for the mock interview. Arrive 15 to 30 minutes early at the venue of the mock interview. Bring all the necessary documents or items required for the interview. Do not forget to bring your resume and any other documents you may need. Dress smart and sharp. Wear the same kind of attire you expect to wear to the actual interview. Prepare your answers to common interview questions, but mind it, do not memorize these answers. Very common interview questions are: tell me something about yourself. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what are your career goals? Why do you want to be a part of our organization? Etc. etc. Doing a mock interview is a great way to practice for an actual job interview. It gives you an idea of what you need to do and set your expectations. Practice so that you will see areas where you can improve. By the time real job interview arrives, you are well prepared. Thank you. এতিয়া মূল ভাগত এইখিনি আছিলে। ইয়াৰ পিছত অৰুন্ধতী মেডামে চাগে ক'ব।
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you very much. It was a nice talk. You have shared your experience, knowledge on the personal interview and some on the resume writing technique. I'm very much sure that our students get benefited from your lecture. Thank you very much. Now we have another resource person, Dr. Orundin Mes. She also shared some important tips how to face personal interview. May I now request Dr. Orundin Mes to present her presentation.
Yes, I'm ready, Sanjeev.
I'm sharing your screen, madam.
Okay. So basically, I think the common thread which is lying throughout this whole program is practice, practice, practice. And mock interview is just one method of practicing. Okay. So Sanjeev sir will be sharing the slide. And the same thing, since whatever Nirmal Das sir said, that means it is a mock interview should reflect the real interview. So in my presentation today, I am also going to talk about some of the tips. They are the same tips, madam? And they are not exhaustive. Yes, they are exhaustive. You can see the thing. Next slide. So basically, these are the things I'm going to talk about. We have what is called a time constraint in this meeting, and so I will go a little faster. But these are the things I will be talking about. Next slide. So what do you mean by doing your homework? This is before the interview. Okay. So before the interview, you have to gather all the knowledge related to the job and also to that organization. Okay. So you will be, there are two aspects. One is that job profile and the other is the organization. So it is good that if you have a research thoroughly the institution or the organization to which you will be applying for. This does not mean that you have to go into a lot of detail. It depends upon you. But at least certain basic ideas about when you set up, who are the leading people in that organization. So these type of simple things you should know. You should know about the organization. What are the high points? This is about the organization or the institute. Now, one way you can do it is obviously Googling. All of us, what do? We Google it. Okay. So one way we can do it is by that only. However, what happens is that if you want to be a little better than others, then get hold after your Google, after you got your preliminary research done, get hold of somebody who is personally attached, who knows about that institute, who knows about that organization, আৰু তাত কি জানি কামে কৰে বা তেওঁলোকৰ লগত কিবা কিবি সম্বন্ধ আছে, তাৰ অহা যোৱা আছে, তেতিয়া তেওঁলোকৰ পৰা এটা তোমালোকে কি পাবা, you will get a different insight. And these things, if it reflects kiba karone jodi hudhe aru tumi koa, then the organization, that people and all will feel, yes, this candidate is very much interested. The next part is the job profile. তুমি কিহৰ কাৰণে তুমি এপ্লাই কৰিছা, হেতুৰ কাৰণে তুমি ৰেসপন্সিবিলিটি বোৰ তুমি জানিবই লাগিব। যদি হেতু একাডেমিক বেস, তেতিয়া নিশ্চয় তোমাক কি কৰিব, তেতিয়া নিশ্চয় তোমাৰ যিখিনি সাবজেক্ট আছে, সাবজেক্টৰ বিষয়ে তোমাৰ থাৰো নলেজ লাগিব। তাৰ পিছত যদি তুমি ৰিসাৰ্চাৰৰ কাৰণে কৰিছা, তেতিয়া এটা ৰিসাৰ্চাৰৰ what are the common responsibilities that a researcher will have. তুমি যদি এটা টিচাৰৰ কাৰণে কৰিছা, এটা টিচাৰৰ ৰেসপন্সিবিলিটি কেনেকুৱা। বেংকত যদি কৰিছা, বেংকৰ এসোসিয়েট যদি কৰিছা, তেতিয়া হে বেলেগ বেলেগ সবৰে তোমাৰ ৰেসপন্সিবিলিটি বোৰ বেলেগ, হেকানে চাকৰিটোৰ বিষয়েও তোমালোকে অলমান জানি লব লাগিব। নেক্সট স্লাইড। Next is planning. Now this planning, what I want to say is planning is not only for the interview, it is there for every aspect of your life. But since we are talking about the interview now, we will plan for the interview. So suppose we are talking about an offline interview. The prothom kotha amar kane ki janibo lage, ami kot hobo. So hey bostu to venue to kot hobo, tat keneko ke jabo lage, hey gutei khini bostu tumaluke nije agote sob bostu jani lobo lagibo। হয় আজিকালি what do we have a Google map, আমি তেনেকাকে কৰো, আমি চাই লওঁ, ঠিক আছে, that is one idea, but again as I said, as the backup তোমালোকে কি কৰিব লাগিব, কাবাৰ লগত কথা পাতিবা, জুনে জানে সেই জায়গাটো এক্স্যাক্টলি ক'ত আছে। তোমাৰ যদি নিজৰ চহৰত বা নিজৰ ঠাইত আছে, এটো ইমান অসুবিধা নহয়। This is actually more important if you are going out station. Okay, and enekwa nohoy that you will go out station ar hedina khone bisari uliaba, etu ketia nokoriba। It is very good that if you can reach the night before, agdina khone jate tumaluke gusi jwa, agdina khone gusi goi pelai jate tumalukor jothesto homoy thake to relax and go। Swa dhori loa ami Guwahati tata mor interview ase, mor duporia 2টা বজাত interview ase। তুমি ভাবিলা ঠিক আছে, কি আছে, মোৰ নহয় মানস লাইনখনত উঠি গলেই মোৰ হয়, মই 5টা মানত উঠি যাম, মই 9টা মানত গৈ পামেই, 9:30 মানত পল্টন বজাৰ, তাতকে আগতেই পল্টন বজাৰ সোমাই দিয়ে। কিন্তু that is in 99% of the cases, 1% কেতিয়াবা কিবা এটা হ'ব পাৰে, আৰু এনেকুৱা নোহোৱা নহয়, হৈছেও হঠাতে কিবা এটা আন্দোলন হৈ গল, ৰেল ৰুক হৈ গল নলবাৰীত, মানে গোটেই ট্ৰেইনৰ ট্ৰেকত মানুহ আৰু ট্ৰেইনখন আগ নাবাৰে। এনেকুৱা বস্তু কিন্তু I am not talking about unrealistic, okay, it is not very probable, কিন্তু এনেকুৱা বস্তু হ'ব পাৰে। তেতিয়া তুমি কি কৰিব লাগিব, লৰা লৰিকে উলাই যাব লাগিব, বাস বিচাৰিব লাগিব, নহলে গাড়ী হায়াৰ কৰিব লাগিব, and at that point গাড়ী ড্ৰাইভাৰে বহুতখিনি এনেও মানে ট্যাক্সি ভাড়া বঢ়াই দিব। তাৰ পিছত by the time you will also start getting nervous. So to get rid of all this, make sure that you reach your interview venue one day before. আৰু এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব, যদি এটো এটা চহৰত হয়, এই গুৱাহাটীটো কথা চহৰেই হয়, হেতুৰ কথা কৈছো, আৰু আজিকালি বহুত জায়গাত যদি এনেকুৱা হয় যে তাতে ট্ৰাফিক জ্যামটো খুব হয়। So you take care that মই কিমান হুনকালে, কাৰণ এনেকুৱা নহয় যে ঠিক আছে ইন্টাৰভিউটো 10টা, মই লৰা লৰিকে গৈ 9:55ত গৈ পালো। তোমাৰ লগে লগে তোমাৰ নিজৰ ওপৰত কনফিডেন্স, এভৰিথিং লাহে লাহে অলপ নাৰ্ভাছনেছটো আহিয়ে যাব। So it is better you reach your destination in a time, আর যাতে তুমি অলপ তাতে রিল্যাক্সও কৰিব পাৰা till you go and face the interview. Now if it is online, যেনেকৈ আমি কৰি আছো, তেতিয়াহলে আমি প্ৰথমতে আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব, মই জানিব লাগিব যে মোৰ ল্যাপটপটো চাৰ্জ হ'ব লাগিব, মোৰ মোবাইলটো চাৰ্জ হ'ব লাগিব, ঠিক আছে। তাৰ পিছত তোমাৰ লগত পাৱাৰ ব্যাকআপও লাগিব। এনেকুৱা কোৱা নাই যে নতুনকে কিবা এটা কিনা, বাট ইউ উইল অলৱেজ হ্যাভ ফ্ৰেন্ডস এন্ড অল, তো তুমি পাৱাৰ ব্যাটাৰী বা কিবা এটা এইবোৰ ব্যৱস্থা তুমি নিজে কৰিবা, টোটালি ফাংশনাল যাতে হৈ থাকে, যাতে তোমাৰ কোনো অসুবিধা নাথাকে, ঠিক আছে। So you have to be on, and if it is online, I think you will also need to sit in a place where there is a proper lighting and they can see you, and make the background also neat and clean. ঠিক আছে তুমি সেইটো সময়ৰ কাৰণে তুমি এই গুটেখিনি ব্যৱস্থা কৰি লবা next is you have to organize your documents তোমাক কোৱাই থাকিব তোমাৰ অৰিজিনাল খিনি কি লৈ যাব লাগিব হেকানে গুটে গিটা অৰিজিনাল লৈ যাবা কি তোমাৰ তাৰে গুটে ফটোস্টেট কপি লৈ যাবা আৰু তাৰ যদি তোমাৰ কিছুমান accompanying documents আছে যেখিনি তোমাৰ ধৰা স্কিল দেখুৱাবৰ কাৰণে তেতে হেখিনি বস্তু তুমি লগতে লৈ যাবা ঠিক আছে তোমাৰ ঠিক নাই যদি তোমাক খুদিব খুজে আছে নেকি তোমাৰ তাত এনেকুৱা তুমি এটা কথা কৈ আছা যে মই এনেকুৱাকে মই কিন্তু বহুত এনেকুৱাকে সেমিনাৰ দিছো মোৰ এটো আছে এখিনি মই কৰিছো আছে নেকি তোমাৰ তাত কিবা এটা ডকুমেন্ট তেতিয়া এটা ভাল উত্তৰ নহব দেখো নাই স্যাৰ মইতো নানিলো ঘৰতে থাকিল মই পঠাই দিম বাৰু নো নট দ্যাট ওকে ইউ কিপ সো ইউ উইল অৰ্গানাইজ ইট যেখিনি লাগিবই অৰিজিনাল খিনি যেখিনি চেক কৰিব তোমাৰ what you call ফটোস্টেট খিনি তোমাৰ লগত থাকিব যদি হিহঁতে যিখিনি লব আৰু তাৰ পিছত তোমাৰ যিখিনি কোৱা নাই কিন্তু তেও তুমি লৈ গৈছা এজ এ বেকআপ ঠিক আছে এই বস্তুটো কিন্তু বহুত হয় ইন্টাৰভিউত যেতিয়া ফটোস্টেট কপি খুজে তেতিয়া কেতিয়াবা কিছুমান মানে তোমাৰ ডকুমেন্টৰ ফটোস্টেট কপি নাথাকে তেতিয়া কি হয় ওকে আই উইল ফটোস্টেট ইট ফ্ৰম দ্য নিয়াৰবাই শ্বপ এণ্ড আই উইল গিভ ইট সেইটো সময়ত মনত ৰাখা কি হ'ব see the interview is not a battle as I said it is not an interrogation তোমাক কোনেও নকয় কিয় তেনেকুৱা কৰিলা কিয় নানিলা কিয় ফটোস্টেট নকৰিলা এইবোৰ কথা নকয় ইনফেক্ট তোমাক সাজেষ্টও কৰিব এই ওচৰৰ দোকানখনতে পাৰিব আপুনি তাতে কৰি আনিব বাট ইভেন দেন হেতু তোমাৰ বেলেগৰ তুলনাত জুনে আনিছে আৰু তুমি আনা নাই it will be a demerit next slide please then the personal care তো obviously তুমি যেতিয়া ইন্টারভিউত যাবা তো এইখিনি বস্তুটো তুমি লৈ যাবাই কিন্তু সবতকে ইম্পর্টেন্ট মানুহ আৰু সবতকে তাতে কি হল তুমি নহয় জানো সো you have to be at your best তুমি তোমাৰ you have to perform at your very best level আৰু হেতুৰ কাৰণে কি কৰিবা আগদিনাখন ৰাতি খুব ভালকে শুই লবা তোমাৰ দেখাটো তোমাৰ মনটো ভাল তোমাক দেখাটো ঠিক থাকিব আৰু তুমি গাটো তোমাৰ দেহুত ভাল লাগিব তাৰ পিছত নাৰ্ভাছৰ কোপত পানীৰ ওপৰত পানী চা কফি এনেকুৱাকে খাই নাথাকিবা যদিও কয় যে আজিকালি ঠিক আছে কফি খালে ৰিলেক্স হয় বা নাৰ্ভাছনেছটো যায় খুব বেছি নকৰিবা কিন্তু এটো নহয় যে তুমি একেবাৰে নাখাবা তুমি যেটো নরমাল ব্রেকফাস্ট কৰা তেনেকুৱাকে ব্রেকফাস্ট খাই মিলি যাবা আমাৰ কাৰণেতো আলু ভাত কণী so if whatever is your comfort food you have that and go then as you will be going so that day you will automatically feel a little nervous so এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে তোমাৰ ঘামিব পাৰা তেতিয়া এই ঘামুতে তেতিয়া হলে তুমি একদম গুটেখন এনেকুৱা লয় এবোৰ কৰিব যাতে না লাগে you have to carry a handkerchief with you and next what will you do you will dress suitably যেটো ইন্টারভিউ হেতুৰ কাৰণে তুমি তেনেকুৱাকে ড্ৰেছ পাতি কৰিব লাগিব my next resource person will talk about that in detail so মই এতিয়া ইটো আৰু বিশেষ নকওঁ তাৰ পিছত মই এটা ৰঙাত এটা বস্তু লিখিছো turn off your cell phone না এটো পার্সোনাল কেয়াৰত কিয় আহিল এটো কাৰণে আহিল because of cell phone হল আমাৰ কাৰণে এটা বহুত উচৰৰ বস্তু আমি সদায় it is always there in my person and we always have the habit of looking at it so while you are going to the interview then you are not switching off your cell phone না তুমি কৈছো না তুমি গুগল ম্যাপ দিও গৈ থাকিব পাৰা যেনেকুৱা গৈ থাকিব পাৰা তোমাৰ ঘৰৰ পৰা ফোন আহিব পাৰে তুমি ঘৰ মানে এইবোৰ বস্তু তুমি তো এনি টাইম তোমাৰ ফোনটো অন থাকে ঠিক আছে আৰু গৈ পালা না নাই এনেকুৱাকে খুধে family friend so whatever it is we are not in the habit of switching off our cell phone kintu once you reach the interview venue even before going inside the room please make it a point to switch off your phone karon interview jodi phone to baje hetu bahut beya kotha next be confident কৈছে আৰু পিছতো সবেই তেনেকুৱাকে ক'ব those who have gone through interview the first interview you feel very very nervous in time you acquire that confidence but these are the tips that will make you feel more confident and will show your confidence and for that tumar bhitorate thakibo lagibo that I will succeed like how that person is thinking himself I am a superman so you must have that positive outlook inside you আৰু এইবোৰ কিন্তু কেনেকুৱাকে কৰিবা তোমাৰ আউটলুকটো দেখুৱাবৰ কাৰণে you will maintain eye contact posture these are all body language again our next resource person will talk about it so মই ইয়াত আৰু বেছি ইয়াতে নকওঁ আৰু কেনেকুৱাকে কৰিবা কাৰণ ইয়াত আৰু এটা কথা না throughout this whole course what are we saying practice so হেখিনি তোমাৰ যদি তোমাৰ practice থাকে you will be more confident তাৰ পিছত কি হয় এটো ঠিক ইন্টাৰভিউৰ আগদিনাৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ কৰিলে নহব এইখিনি বস্তু মানে ব্ৰিদিং টেকনিক্স yoga meditation তাৰপিছত physical exercise this you should make it a part of your life গোটেই দিনটোৰ ভিতৰত এবাৰ হলেও তুমি এনেকুৱা কৰিব লাগে আৰু আজিৰ পৰা হলেও তুমি কি কৰিবা তোমালোক সবে এনেকুৱা কৰিবা যে দিনটোত দুইবাৰ at least দুইবাৰ take 5 deep breaths okay that you will be conscious about your breath ইয়াৰ ওপৰত বহুত কথা ক'ব পাৰি but simple you can start this sort of relax this if this becomes a relaxation technique for you that in times of stress you will go to it automatically তাৰপিছত কথা কেনেকুৱাকে ক'বা ঠিক আছে তুমি ৰিহাৰ্স কৰিছা তুমি গুটেখিনি বস্তু তুমি জানাই হেকাৰণে তুমি কমন আনসাৰটো পৰি গল দেখোন কৈ আছো এনেকুৱা নহয় তুমি হেখিনি উত্তৰে ক'বা কিন্তু লাহে ধীৰে ক'বা যেন তুমি মানে বহুত ইন্টাৰেষ্ট দিছা হিহঁতৰ কোৱেশ্চনত তুমি ভাবি ভাবি উত্তৰ দিছা and you must not use informal language or slang you cannot use yeah okay damn good sir damn good এনেকুৱা কথা তুমি ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিব নোৱাৰা next slide so this is what we have said already how you will maintain eye contact আৰু এটো আকৌ so next slide how you will sit all these are body language তোমালোকে if you see the slide তুমি নিজে গম পাইছা তুমি কোনজনক তুমি মানে ধৰি কবা যে একদম বঢ়িয়াকে বহি আছে for an interview এটো আৰু মানে কাবা কোনবা হিকাবলগিয়া বস্তু নাই ঠিক আছে so you can make out it gives out the signals the way you are sitting gives out signals next slide then as sir has already said there are certain common answers common questions আৰু যেহেতু তোমাৰ common question টো আছে তুমি হেকিটা প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিছা তুমি যেহেতু প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিছা আকৌ মই কৈছো লৰালৰিকে উত্তৰ নিদিবা now এতিয়া কথাটো কেনেকুৱা তোমাক যদি সুধে tell me a little about yourself ইয়াৰ মানে নহয় তুমি লগে লগে এগাল মান পাৰ্সোনাল ডিটেইল কৈ আছা কোনবাই কলে tell me a little about yourself sir I love the yellow color so whenever I go into a shop for buying a dress or a mekhla chadar my eyes always go to that yellow color dress ebur kotha nokoba okay they are not unless they specifically ask you what is the color that you like or anything don't give out all these personal details nobody is interested second step you do not recite your resume karon tumi to resume disai so sir I was born in this year I did my primary school from this school I did my high school from this school I did my college education এনেকুৱা কে তোমাৰ resume খিনি কৰিব না লাগে মই I got so much percentage হেবোটো তোমাৰ তাত আছে কিন্তু হেখিনি কথাও তুমি কবা কিন্তু অলপ ছুটিকে কবা অলপ বেলেগকে কবা sir I hail from তোমাৰ hometown কলা I come from Bongaigaon sir I have done my school and college from there itself আৰু third important point is তুমি যেটো চাকৰিৰ কাৰণে তুমি গৈ আছা তুমি তোমাৰ পাৰ্সোনাল ডিটেইলটো হেই চাকৰিটোৰ লগত ম্যাচ কৰিবা হেই চাকৰিটোৰ লগত ম্যাচ কৰি দিবা কেনেকুৱাকে তুমি ম্যাচ কৰিবা তুমি মানে suppose you are going তুমি এটা টিচাৰৰ চাকৰিৰ কাৰণে তুমি গৈ আছা ঠিক আছে so তেতিয়া তোমাৰ পাৰ্সোনাল ডিটেইলৰ ভিতৰত তুমি কবা sir I love interacting with people I love interacting with people and from my childhood itself I have very good communication skills কথাটো তেনেকা কাৰণ তুমি তো ডাইৰেক্ট নকলা যে টিচাৰ এটা কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলস লাগে কিন্তু তুমি কৈ দিলা মোৰ এনেকা কমিউনিকেশন স্কিলস বহুত ভাল আছে আৰু কিন্তু অকল কোলে নহব তুমি কেনেকুৱাকে তুমি কিছুমান এটা কাৰণ দিব লাগিব as I said you have to be honest also so এনেকুৱাকে তোমালোকে ক'ব লাগিব যে sir in the what you call during my year in the college I have organized during the Saraswati Puja festival I was in the organizing committee, and then when you have to tell what are the things you did, like that. Then you can talk about, if you are going in for a teaching job, you can say, sir, I am very fond of my subject, I'm very interested in my subject, and therefore I make it a point to uh, contribute toward the research paper by writing small research papers and articles in papers. কথাটো এনেকুৱা যে তুমি মানে ৰিসাৰ্চৰ কথা তুমি কৈ দিয়া নাই, কিন্তু কৈছে আচ্ছা this candidate is doing all the things that this job requires, maybe in an informal basis. Next, what is your biggest weakness? ইয়াত এটা প্ৰব্লেম আছে, তোমাৰ biggest weakness বহুত থাকিব পাৰে। ফৰ এক্সাম্পল, মই ৰাতিপুৱা উঠিব ভাল নাপাওঁ, মই কেতিয়াবা ৰাতিপুৱা উঠিব ভাল নাপাওঁ, এইটো তোমাৰ সঁচা কথা হ'ব পাৰে, কিন্তু that is what you cannot say. You cannot give all this personal weakness. দেখো এই যদি উঠিবই ভাল নাপায়, চাকৰি এটাৰ কাৰণে আহিছে আৰু কৈছে ৰাতিপুৱা উঠিব ভাল নাপাওঁ, এইটো কি ধৰণৰ কথা? You understand? Or you cannot say, sir, I don't have any weakness. তেতিয়া ভাবে it one to fake, because we are human beings, so we have weakness. The trick here is what? That you take a weakness and then you give instances how you have. Okay, I've lost connection, Raj. Raj, connection gusi gol.
You are audible, madam.
Hello?
Madam, you are audible, but your voice is little bit breaking.
Can you see me? You cannot see me also. I cannot see the slide.
We cannot see you, madam, but we can hear you. Madam, am I audible, madam? I think some technical problem is going on in madam's side. Yes, madam. Am I audible to you, madam?
I think there is some technical problem.
Yes, madam has lost connection actually.
Yeah.
So just wait for that. Please, student, bear with us. We are trying to contact with our madam.
Sorry for that.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
You are audible?
And you can see me and I can see, yes. Okay. So next I take where I left off. So then what is your weakness? So how will you change that weakness? Okay. So that weakness, again, the same thing.
Again, madam has lost the connection. What is it, madam? Are you there?
নেটৱৰ্ক প্ৰব্লেম মেবি সঞ্জীৱ।
মেবি হ'ব পাৰে মেডামৰ এইটো বাৰে বাৰে কানেক্ট ডিসকানেক্ট হৈ আছে।
আজি মোৰো বহুত দিগদাৰ হৈছে, এয়াৰটেলো কানেক্ট হোৱা নাই,
হয়
Yes.
এটা দিগদাৰ দিয়ে কেতিয়াবা ষ্টুডেন্ট অলপ ওয়েট কৰক মেডামে জয়েন কৰিলে আমি নিশ্চয় আৰম্ভ কৰিব পাৰিম
একো নাই মেম জয়েন কৰিছে চাগে
Okay, so so what is it that I'm trying to say, that if you have a weakness, then you will, so that's what I'm saying. You cannot talk about weaknesses which are going to be major weaknesses in that job. So what do? You will talk about a small weakness. Okay, so suppose they ask you what is your weakness, so you say I am basically a shy person. If you're a shy person, okay, you can say I'm basically a very shy person. I do not like to speak out in public. But actually we had 1 or 2 courses where they taught us how to talk in public, and after that my friends and us, we joined together and informally we started meeting, and once a week we started talking in public. And after that, in my final year, I was also hosted the college week program, and we hosted the program, some neighborhood programs. এনেকুৱাকে কথা তুমি ক'ব লাগিব, মানে তুমি মিছা কথা ক'ব নোৱাৰা, কিন্তু তুমি এটা উইকনেস ক'বা আৰু লগতে তুমি হেতু ক'বা যে তুমি সেই উইকনেসটো কেনেকুৱাকে তুমি তাৰ ওপৰত কাম কৰি আছা আৰু তুমি কেনেকুৱাকে শিকিছা, ঠিক আছে? সেই বস্তু that is important. So the point about weakness is not only recognizing your weakness, but trying to resolve your weakness into a strength. Next, what are your biggest strengths? Obviously, তুমি কবা কিন্তু হসা হব লাগিব দেই, punctuality, then honesty, you can work in a team, you can say, and then you have leadership qualities. So these are the strengths. Or again, you have to about that only. You cannot just say that egita I can work in a team or this thing. You have to give an example to be kenekwake tumi korisa. So you can again say the same, so many things you'll do, no, as a team. So you can say that as a team we organized this puja in our college, or as a team, or suppose when we have some inspection, or when you have some NAC visits or some visits like that, our group was given the whole responsibility of looking after the guests who had come and looking after, and so that is the type of things you have to get. So what are the teamwork you have done, or whether you have done any Swachh Bharat program. Ajikali to bahut program ase nohoy jano. So from our group, we organized this Swachh Bharat program where we did a cleaning activity in Bongaigaon town. So these are the things that you have to talk. Now next, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Eto je koy yar mane ki jana, ihote janibo khuje tomar career or proti tomar kiba eta goal ase ne nai. So you cannot say najano hetu kobo nwara, aru tumi jodi dhori loisa, আৰু তুমি যদি ধৰি লৈছা মইতো ইয়াত নাথাকুৱে, মইতো এনেই ইয়াত কিবা কাৰণে সোমাইছো, মই ক'বাত বেলেগ এটা চাকৰি পালে মই গুচি যাম, এটো একো বেয়া কথা নহয়, because everybody will develop themselves personally, financial development, আৰু নিজৰ they have their own ideas that I want to go somewhere near my own hometown, or I want to go where my family is together, so that you can you have different constraints, আৰু হেতু কনষ্ট্ৰেন্টৰ কাৰণে তুমি এই যে চাকৰিটোৰ কাৰণে যে এপ্লাই কৰিছা, এটোৰ কাৰণে এনেকুৱা হ'ব পাৰে যে তুমি ভাবা নাই যে তুমি এটো চাকৰিত সদায় থাকিবা, কিন্তু এই কথাটো তুমি ক'ব নোৱাৰি. You don't say, oh, I'm just here, মই এটা বঙাইগাঁৱত সোমাই আছো, কিন্তু মই গুৱাহাটীত চাকৰি এটা পালে মই গুচিয়ে যাম. তেতিয়া কেনেকৈ ক'ব? Even if you are a very strong candidate, তেতিয়া ধৰা jitu office mane they are going to spend time on you, they are going to groom you, and they are having an interview. Jodi enekwake jodi ejon manu pai june mane joar ohar prai joar kotha bhabi thake, then they will not take. So ei kotha to tumi kobo nwariba. So tetiale tumi ki koba? Tumi koba that মোৰ কেৰিয়াৰৰ কাৰণে মই এনেকুৱা স্কিলবোৰ মই ভাবি থৈছো ঠিক আছে তুমি if you are again let us talk about a bank job so you think as a what you call as a job in a bank I am also very much interested in learning different types of computer software and I have understood that in this bank you have the environment for learning and actually most of the companies they have faculty development programs so hey kotha to hekane ma koisu research your company hetu koisu and so koba that and I understand that if I work here then I will be able to develop my skills more and assume more responsibilities in the area তাৰ মানে তুমি ক'ব নোৱাৰা তোমাক এজন মেনেজাৰে তোমাক এটা ইন্টাৰভিউ লৈ আছে আৰু তুমি ক'ব না 5 বছৰত স্যাৰ মই আপোনাৰ চকীত বহিম সেই কথাখিনিয়ে তুমি অলপ লাহেকে কায়দাকে ক'বা I will be able to take on more responsibilities এই কথাটো এনেকুৱা ঠিক আছে so then again out of all these candidates why should we hire you so কে হেতু আহে যে তুমি যদি মানে কোবাৰ পৰা আহিছা তেতিয়া তুমি ক'বা আৰু তোমাৰ হে আগৰ কোম্পানীটোৰ কিন্তু বদনাম নাগাবা তোমাৰ জিয়ে হক নহক তোমাৰ জিয়ে তোমাৰ মানে এক্সপেৰিয়েন্স তাত হক নহক you will not talk badly about your ex company on the other hand you will say that in my previous company or in my previous institution I was able to learn many skills all my skills have developed I have learned the work culture was good and I learned so many things and তেতিয়া যদি তোমাক খুদিব পাৰে তেতিয়াহলে কিয় ইয়াত আহিছা কোবা মোৰ পাৰ্সোনাল কনস্ট্ৰেইন্ট আছে এটো এনেকুৱা কোনো কথা নাই যে তুমি চাকৰি বদলাব নোৱাৰা and I understand তেতিয়া কোবা that এটো ইয়াত আহি পেলাই I can put to use all the experience all the skills and I will do it honestly and well here এনেকুৱা বুলি কথাটো কোবা আৰু তুমি যদি ফ্ৰেশাৰ হোৱা তোমাৰ যদি এক্সপেৰিয়েন্স নাই তেতিয়া কি কোবা তেতিয়া তুমি কোবা যে I am very motivated to work in this company বা এটো এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ চাকৰিৰ কথা মই হৰে পা বিচাৰি আছিলো hopefully it is an honest answer আৰু যদিও নহয় তেতিয়া তুমি কোবা যে I am willing to learn ঠিক আছে এনেকুৱা আজিকালি এনেকুৱা নহয় যে আমি জিতু চাকৰিয়ে বিচাৰিছো হেতুৱে আমি পাম কাৰণ আমাৰ বহুত কনস্ট্ৰেইন্ট আছে জিতু কাৰণে আমি এটা চাকৰি কৰোঁ সো হেকানে তুমি কোবা এনেকুৱাকে কোবা যে I am very self motivated I'm very self-motivated and I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to understand the culture of your company and I promise to give my best. আৰু এটা কথা জানা ইন্টাৰভিউৰ মানুহকিটা কিন্তু বৰবক মানুহ নহয় কোনে ফেক কৰি আছে আৰু কোনে অনেষ্ট কৰি আছে এই কথাটো they can understand the sincerity of the candidate they can understand so again মই এটা কথা কৈছো for an interview you have to start preparing yourself today's world is very very competitive so you have to learn so many different skills okay and then why do you want this job so again the same thing it's more or less the same thing you will say I want this job because this will give me the most opportunity for career growth and this is fulfilling my dreams of what I wanted to do এনেকুৱাকে কথাখিনি ক'ব লাগিব next slide please so again the verbal communication this is again tumar jitu body language aru tumi kenekake kotha koba so hetu eta kotha you have to be very polite and be polite from the beginning itself not for only those 3-4 big shots who are sitting inside the interview room once you come to the interview venue tumar gator pra tumar manu thakibo হয়নে নহয় তাৰ গাৰ্ডজন থাকিব তেওঁলোকে ক'ব বাইদেউ হেফালে যাওক তেওঁলোকে ক'ব যেটা অলপমান তেওঁৰ ফালে হাঁহি পেলাই থ্যাংক ইউ এটা ক'বা বা থ্যাংক ইউ নকলে ঠিক আছে এনেকুৱা বুলি ক'বা কিন্তু তাৰ লগত থিয় হৈ পেলাই কথা সতা পাতি নাথাকিবা দ্যাট ইজ দ্য ব্যাড মাৰ্ক তাৰ পিছত আৰু বেলেগ বেলেগ মানুহ চাবা জুনে থাকে জুনে নহক কিয় ইউ বি পলাইট কেতিয়াবা কি হয় দে উইল আস্ক ফৰ ফিডবেক এনেকুৱা নহয় যে খালি ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট মানুহবোৰৰ লগতে মই ভাল ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম আৰু যিবিলাক মই ভাবে এইবোৰ কি 4th grade 5 এইবোৰ কথা নাপাতিলেও হয় এই কথাটো নহয় আৰু এটো actually don't only make it for an interview make it a part of life treat every human being with consideration তাৰ পিছত তোমাৰ নামটো তো জানে যে তোমাৰ আগত এনেকাকে থাকিবই কাগজখন থাকিবই অৰুন্ধতী মেচ তেতে কিন্তু তুমি তোমাৰ যে টেল মি নাম what is your name বা টেল মি about yourself বুলি কোৱাৰ লগে লগে my name is Arundhati Mech এনেকুৱা লাহেকে নকবা এনেকুৱা যাতে তেওঁলোকে ৰিপিট ক'ব নালাগে যে কিবা that is the question that is they want to know how your voice is coming out ঠিক আছে speak slowly মই কৈছোৱে তুমি আনসাৰখিনি জানিলেও তুমি আনসাৰখিনি প্ৰেক্টিস কৰিলেও তুমি লাহে লাহে ক'বা তুমি লাহে লাহে ক'লে কি হয় যেন তুমি তাতে বহুতখিনি ইন্টাৰেষ্ট দি কথাটো পাইছা then do not be rude obviously you cannot be rude and if sometimes what happens they may try to make you angry they may try to make you angry and they may try to say something that is not in your it usually doesn't happen but they may ask for some view and that view of the interviewer may not be your view then you don't keep arguing and try to prove your point that is not there what you say you can say yes sir I understand but I have a point of view but I also understand that there can be diverse point of views so এনেকুৱাকে ক'বা আৰু গুছিয়াৰ সময়ত you take the cue যেতিয়া তোমাক thank you বুলি ক'ব তেতিয়া তুমি ক'বা okay thank you don't say okay sorry don't say okay is slang don't say okay thank you sir it was good meeting you whatever okay so next slide so with that I come to the end of the presentation I apologize for the network problem and now we look forward to Miss Sumi Roy giving her presentation
Okay, madam, it is a very nice presentation from Dr. Arundhati Mech's side. Madam has shared her experience on how to plan to attend the interview, how to take care about the personal care on the day of the interview. Also, madam has given some example of the answering some standard question. Thank you very much, madam. I'm sure that student has noted down all the point and they will take care about it. Thank you once again, madam. Now, I'd like to request our next resource person, Ms. Sumi Roy, madam, to present her presentation. Sumi madam, are you there? I'm sharing your screen.
I am audible.
yes Sumi you're audible
Sumi, just start my. You have just I'm sharing your screen. Okay. Is it visible, Sumi?
yes we can see it but please go to the slideshow board yes we can see it okay
Good evening, sir, madam, and my dear student. Already, ma'am said that I talk on body language and dress code. So, my body language and dress code report অকমান tips দিম. Next slide.
next slide
So, what is body language? So, interview সময়ত আমাৰ body language টো কেনেকুৱা হ'ব লাগে? So, body language is a type of non-verbal communication in which physical behaviors as opposed to words are used to express or convey the information. So, তোমাৰ body language পৰাই গম পাব লাগে যে তুমি কি ক'ব খুজিছা। সেইটোৱে হৈছে তোমাৰ body language. Next slide. So these are some points that you have to mind it. I discuss briefly all these points one by one. Next slide. So first one is walk in with confidence. So interview eta dibo gole always tumi confidently khoskhari jabo lage. So you should not look like you are in hesitate and search for your CV in front of the interviewer. Make sure you have the situation in control. Next slide. Next. Keep smiling as you walk in and say hello to the interviewer. A pleasant expression always goes a long way in maintaining your impression. Smiling once at a time also shows you are comfortable with the flow of the interviewer. So, তুমি যদি এটা smile face লৈ থাকা তেতিয়াহলে always you look like a comfortable man. Okay. Next slide. Next one is eye contact. So make eye contact as you shake your hands with the interviewer. But you may try to hold eye contact for a couple of seconds at a time. So তুমি always eye contact কৰিব লাগে যে interviewer এজনে তোমাক কি সুধিব খুজিছে বা তোমাৰ পৰা কি বিচাৰিছে তো সেইখিনি তুমি eye contact ৰ পৰা বহুতখিনি গম পোৱা যায়. If you have to face more than one interviewer at once, address to the person who asked the question, but be sure to make eye contact with each one of them. Next slide. Next one, sit up straight. Your posture is a huge giveaway. You cannot slouch as it does not give off a good impression. Either keep your back fixed to the back of your chair or lean ahead. Leaning ahead means that you are interested in the conversation and listening carefully. In the slide, first picture is right one and second one is wrong way to sit. So, তোমালোকে স্লাইডত দেখিছা ফার্স্ট পিকচাৰখনত ধুনীয়াকে স্ট্ৰেট হৈ কিনে এনসাৰ দিব খুজি আছে আৰু নেক্সট খনত মানে কি দে আৰ নট ইন্টাৰেষ্টেড তেনেকুৱা লাগি আছে তো ফাৰ্ষ্টখন যেনেকুৱা আছে তেনেকে ইন্টাৰভিউ এটাত বহিব লাগে নেক্সট স্লাইড প্লিজ Shake hands confidently and firmly. যেতিয়া তুমি হ্যান্ডশেক কৰিবা যদি তুমি কনফিডেন্টলি হ্যান্ডশেক কৰা তেতিয়াহলে সিহঁতে গম পাব যে you are confident. To weak a handshake might portray you as a underconfident and too firm will apply arrogance or nervous. So যদি তুমি weakly handshake কৰা তাৰমানে তেওঁলোকৰ লাগিব যে তুমি নাৰ্ভাস ফিল কৰিছা okay keep the pressure steady and balanced. Next slide. Touching the face in the form of playing with one's hair. যেতিয়া তুমি ইন্টাৰভিউত থাকিবা তুমি বাৰে বাৰে ধৰা মুখখন মুহাৰি নাথাকিবা চুলি লাৰি নাথাকিবা তো এইটো মানে দেখাব যে তুমি নাৰ্ভাস হৈ আছা এনসাৰ বিলাক নাজানা okay rubbing your head or neck makes the other person think of you being bored or not interested like that. Next slide. Don't take your feet or leg constantly like this picture. This particularly happens when you are nervous or anxious about something. To avoid this, keep your feet planted firmly to the ground. So, এনেকে পিকচাৰখনত যে তোমালোকে দেখিছা ভৰিখন লৰচৰকে আছে তেনেকে থাকিব নালাগে তুমি ষ্ট্ৰেট হৈ ধুনীয়াকে গ্ৰাউণ্ডত তুমি ভৰিখন থৈ পেলাই বহিব লাগে. Next slide. So, lastly, say thank you when you leave from interview place. যেতিয়া তুমি interview placeৰ পৰা তুমি ওলাই আহিবা ওলাই অহাৰ আগতে তুমি just সিহঁতক thank you বুলি ক'বা. Next slide. Next we go to discuss second part of my presentation that is dress code for personal interview. So তুমি personal interview এটা দিব যোৱাতে তুমি কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধিব লাগে কেনেকুৱা যাব লাগে তাৰ বিষয়ে আমি এতিয়া ডিসকাস কৰিম. নেক্সট স্লাইড. তুমি কেনেকে ৰেডি হবা এটা পাৰ্সোনাল ইন্টাৰভিউত গলে ৰেডি কেনেকে হবা so first wear something that is comfortable যিটো ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধিলে তুমি কমফৰ্টেবল ফিল কৰা কেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধিব লাগে বেছি টাইট ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধিব নালাগে যাতে তুমি আনহেজিটেড ফ্ৰেছ ফিল কৰা কেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধিব নালাগে তুমি জাস্ট কমফৰ্টেবল কিবা এটা ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধি যাবা make sure your clothes are washed and clean perfectly আৰু যিটো ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধি যাবা সেই ড্ৰেছটো তোমাৰ পৰিষ্কাৰ হ'ব লাগে grooming of clothes is necessary আৰু কাপোৰটোৰ যাতে তোমাৰ wrinkle থাকা নহয় কসমুচ খাই থাকা কাপোৰ নহয় তুমি আইৰন কৰি যাব লাগে হয় নিউ ড্ৰেছ নহলে তুমি সাফা কৰি আইৰন কৰি যাব লাগে check to see that none of the shirt button তুমি যোৱাৰ আগতে চেক কৰিব লাগে যাতে তোমাৰ শাৰ্টৰ বুটামটো ক'বাত ছিঙি গৈছে নেকি ক'বাত মিচিং হৈ গৈছে নেকি তো যোৱাৰ আগতে এই ড্ৰেছৰ গোটেইখিনি তুমি চেক কৰি যাব লাগে আৰু এনভাইৰনমেন্টৰ লগত যিটো পোষ্টৰ কাৰণে তুমি গৈছা তাৰ লগত তুমি এটা মিলাই পেলাই এপ্ৰোপ্ৰিয়েট ড্ৰেছ পিন্ধি যাব লাগে নেক্সট স্লাইড Next one is personal hygiene. যদি তোমাৰ ইন্টাৰভিউটো মৰ্নিংত থাকে তেতিয়া হলে তুমি মৰ্নিং তুমি যোৱাৰ আগতে ধুনীয়াকে গা পা ধুই পেলাই যাব লাগে If your interview is in the afternoon take a shower or bath and wash your hair that morning আৰু next যদি তোমাৰ ইন্টাৰভিউটো মৰ্নিং থাকে তেতিয়া হলে তুমি ব্ৰাশ কৰি পেলাই যাবা যাতে তোমাৰ গোন্ধটো ফ্ৰেছ লাগে হা আৰু যদি তুমি কিবা এটা খাই লৈছা তেতিয়া হলে তুমি এগেইন ব্ৰাশ কৰি পেলাই যাব লাগে ঠিক আছে নেক্সট স্লাইড next one of the important parts hair so your hair should be freshly washed and neatly styled so পিকচাৰখনত যেনেকৈ দেখিছা চুলিবিলাক আউলি বাউলি হৈ আছে বহুত দীঘল হৈ আছে লৰাজনৰ দাঢ়িখিনি বহুত দীঘল হৈ আছে
Sumi, I'm little bit interrupting you. Your voice is not clear and some of our students is not hearing you. Can you please repeat in this William?
Am I audible? Now am I audible?
Increase your volume little more, Sumi.
অলপ তোমাৰ ভয়েসটো ক্লিয়াৰ হোৱা নাই অলপ অহা যোৱা কৰি আছে তেনেকা ধৰণৰ অলপ সাউন্ডটো বঢ়াবা নেকি
এতিয়া শুনিছেনে
Student, please respond. Mosumi, I think Mosumi was there.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it audible now? Madamor to শুনা পাইছে নে?
Is it audible now?
Sumi এবাৰ কোৱা শুনা পাইছো
Okay, শুনা পাইছে
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Audible.
Okay. Next one is one of the important part here. So, তোমালোকে যে image খনত দেখিছা চুলিবিলাক আউলি বাউলি হৈ আছে দীঘল হৈ আছে আৰু তোমাৰ freshly washed লাগা নাই so you always your hair should be freshly washed and neatly styled men should trim their hair so that they give a neat and professional impression this includes a neat style এইখন স্টাইলত এতিয়া দেখি লাগিছেনে যে ধুনীয়াকে পৰিষ্কাৰ হৈ চুলিখিনি ফিটকে ৰাখি ধুনীয়াকে slide again keep your hair natural looking for the same reason So always hair color to natural color hobo lage. Tumi loud hair colors use koribo nalage. Okay. Next slide. So do not apply too much makeup. If tumi interview eta jaba, তেতিয়া তুমি বহুত বেছি over makeup কৰি যাব নালাগে. Into loud makeup, it is the interviewer instead of kissing them. Okay, just minimum makeup কৰিব লাগে. সেইখিনি makeup কৰি গলে হল, তাতকে বেছি makeup কৰিব নালাগে. Right? Now, come to jewelry. Simplicity is the way to go. Always তুমি যিমানখিনি পাৰা simple হৈ যাব লাগে. মানে বেছি heavy ornaments তুমি পিন্ধিব নালাগে. Just simple watch and a simple pair of earrings is enough. Right? So, fingernails. যেতিয়া তুমি ইন্টাৰভিউ এটা যাবা, তোমাৰ নখবোৰ লেতেৰা তাৰপিছত ফল তেনেকুৱা হ'ব নালাগে. ধুনীয়াকে fingernails neatly terminate and clean. Fingernails should not be painted in loud or very noticeable colors such as orange or pink green. যদি তুমি nail polish লগাব খোজা, একদম light color তেনেকুৱা লগাই যাবা. Colorful বা printed তেনেকুৱা color use কৰিব যাবা. Right? One is pregnant. Let your inner beauty shine so by using natural tones in small amount. If pregnancy tuman use koribo khula, ta okoman use korile hol thik aru pregnancy ketiao বহুত high sensitive logo nalage. If you like to wear perfume, put on just a very small amount. In case the interviewer is less is always better. Remember to put on deodorant because interview can make you a little nervous. It can sometimes cause people to feel common. তোমার সম্ভব দূর করে কেন কথা করতে তুমি পারফর্ম লোক করব. So, shoes, make sure that shoes that you wear are clean and traditional. Always your shoes should be polished and good in condition. তুমি shoe পিন্ধি গৈছা, polish হোৱা নাই, লেতেৰা ধূলি বালি লাগি আছে, চিঙি গৈছে, তেনেকুৱা টাইপৰ হ'ব নালাগে. তুমি ধুনীয়াকে যোৱাৰ আগতে চেক কৰি যাবা. নেক্সট তোমাৰ স্পৰ্টছটো ইউজ কৰিব নালাগে, চপ্পল বা হাই হিল এনেকুৱা টাইপৰ বস্তুবিলাক ইউজ কৰিব নালাগে. Always before an interview, wear black or brown low-profile pump or low heel. Use আৰু বেছি bright color use কৰিব নালাগে. Next slide. Beard. So, tattoos should not show during an interview. এতিয়া তোমাৰ যদি বডি পাৰ্ট টেটু আছে তেতিয়াহ'লে ইণ্টাৰভিউ টাইমত যাতে দেখা নাপায় সেইটো কৰিব লাগে. So my advice is if you have a tattoo, put it where it will not show on an interview. যাতে তোমাৰ ইণ্টাৰভিউ টাইমত দেখা পোৱা নাযায়. Next one. Next slide. So my final word is when you are all dressed up and about to leave for the interview, make sure that you check yourself in the mirror from head to toe so that if something is amiss, you can fix it before leaving. যেতিয়াই ওলাই যাবা তাৰ আগতে তুমি এবাৰ মিৰৰৰ আগত গৈ দেখি চাই নাই. Okay, with this, thank you all.
Okay, so Sanjeev?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Sumi Madam, for sharing very good information on the body language and dress code. We are thankful to you, Madam. Now we are moving to our next agenda, that is the mock interview. Madam, is there
Yes.
anything to say them, or we can start now?
No, we can start now. Kalpana Kolita Madam will be on the panel
Okay,
and
okay,
with all three of us. Okay, so
okay.
you can say, and we have already in the beginning only we had given now the criteria by which you will be judged.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can repeat that, and Kalpana Kolita Madam will also be there in the panel. Four of us we will be there. So it will announce কৰি দিয়া. তাৰপিছত serially এজন এজনকে মাতিলে হ'ল. As Sanjeev sir will read out your name and give your serial numbers, all the people who are going to take part in the interview, please switch on your videos. You don't have to switch on your audio except the one who is going to answer, but all the interviewees have to switch on their video, as will the interview panel.
Madam,
Yes.
I think I have just lost the criteria by which you are going to judge them. So can you please repeat those criteria to our participant?
Yes, yes. The criteria is going to be the knowledge about your subject, and the post that you all are applied for is junior associate in a national bank. Okay, so knowledge about your subject, then your body language, your appearance, and your overall how confident you are and how you're speaking and all that. So on those four criteria, we will be the interview panel will be judging you all. Please take this interview, don't be very nervous, and try to keep in mind all the tips. Sanjeev, please,
Yes,
you've already given the serial order.
yes,
So
yes.
as you call out their names, all the candidates should switch on their video. And the first person, they will switch on
Momidas.
the audio also.
So I welcome all the panelists for today's mock interview. Our first mock interview participant or candidate is Momidas. So Momidas,
Yes, sir.
welcome to this mock interview test. Now
Yes,
our
sir.
panelists, our madams are ready. So you are ready for that.
So okay, what we are going to say is that when sir will give, you wait for the cue. So when we say okay smile, that তুমিও হাঁহি পেলাই তুমি এনেকা ঘুমাইছা, তাৰ পৰা তুমি এনেকুৱাকে কৰিবা. Okay. What is your name?
My name is Mommy Das.
Would you tell us something about yourself?
Good evening, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank you for allowing me to introduce myself. My name is Mommy Das. I am from Bongaigaon. In my educational background, I have passed ITI from Bongaigaon and my trade was education. It was a best experience for me to knowing some critical works. And after that, I also diploma in computer. After computer diploma in computer, I am pursuing BA in the Department of English, and now I am BA final year. So coming to extracurricular activity, I love to dance, particularly classical dance. I have also liked to do read, write, and painting. So if we talk about my family background, I have four members in our family. My father is a salesman in a tea stall at NBQ station. My mother is a housewife, and my sister is studying at class 8 in STL High School. So basically, my aim is to achieve a good positions where I can build my career and of course help the poor people too. So yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
Nirmal, yes, over to you.
Sir, you are not audible, sir. Please unmute your mic.
Okay. Mommy,
Yes, sir.
mommy, do you have bank account?
Yes, sir. I have a bank account.
Okay. What are the different ways you can operate your account?
Sir, at this pandemic situation, we can open our account through online, and we can also open our account for going to bank, individually bank also.
No, no, no. How you can operate your account?
Oh, okay,
What
sir.
are the
First of
different
all,
ways actually to operate your bank account?
sir, actually, first of all, we have to uh, fill up the forms. So
No,
where
no, no, no,
mention
no, 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 no. Actually, how you operate your bank account? I know you have bank account, but
yes, sir.
how? What are the ways you can operate your bank? There are so many ways nowadays.
Deposit and cash withdrawals, etc.
Yeah, you can say how you can operate. There are so many ways.
So I can operate my bank account, some deposit with cash, and when I have need money to withdraw from cash from bank, and yeah, this all about.
No, actually, I am asking about your how to operate in different ways. Nowadays, you see there are internet banking, mobile banking, branch or over the counter office service banking, or ATM. So many ways are there. No?
Oh, oh, sir, oh,
Okay. Uh, uh, what is bank rate? Do you know
sir,
what
bank
is
rate.
bank rate? Yeah.
Sir, I think the percentage that I think the interest that given to the individual, given to the interest bank rate.
No, actually, rate at which RBI lends money to the commercial bank without any security. That is only known as bank rate.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Sir, I don't know the
Okay.
answer.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sumi,
Thank you, sir.
Mommy,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, I asked you one GK question.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the capital of Assam before Dispur?
Before this school. So, ma'am, Pragjyotishpur.
No,
So, ma'am, am I right? Before this.
no.
Sumi,
তুমি জানা নে?
she
No,
said
ma'am, I don't know the answer.
Pragjyotishpur.
No, it is Shillong. In 1972, government of Assam decided to shift the capital to Dispur. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Over to you, Kalpana.
Hello, mommy.
Yes, ma'am.
So, why do you think? Uh, what do you think about working in a bank? Why do you think yourself to get an appointment in a bank, or how do you see yourself as suitable for working in the bank?
Ma'am, as I am a fresher, I have a theoretical knowledge, but I will do my hard work, and I will put all my efforts to growth in our bank. So, Mr. In our bank, uh, uh, Sir, sorry. Ma'am, when I read about your notice, I found that my technical qualities are matching your requirement. So where I can showcase my technical skills to contribute to the growth of your bank. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Do you prefer, why do you prefer a nationalized bank? Would you prefer to work in a private bank or a nationalized bank? If I ask, definitely you will say that a nationalized bank. But why do you prefer to work in a nationalized bank? Or why do you prefer a nationalized bank over a private bank?
Ma'am, first of all, nationalized bank, I will secure my future. In private bank, I can secure my future. Um, uh, in pandemic situations, some private banks, in pandemic situation, private banks who will work in a private banks, most of them jobless. So I think nationalized bank can be better future for me. So yeah, so I choose nationalized bank.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Thank
mommy.
you.
Madam, please unmute your mic.
Yeah. So thank you, mommy. I just want to give a small synopsis. Okay, now
Yes, ma'am.
we liked your the way you presented yourself, but here the point.
Thank you,
First of
ma'am.
all, you said thank you for allowing me to introduce. See, you are doing a mock interview. You're not. We are not asking. So you don't say when you go to an interview. Why will you say thank you for allowing me to introduce? সেইটোতো নহয় এইটো আমি কলেজ ফাংচন বা এইবোৰত কৰোঁ বা তুমি ভাবিছা কি আমি টিচাৰবোৰে কিবা কৈ আছো সেইকাৰণে তুমি সেইটো থেংক ইউ কৈছা not like that. Okay, so that is one point
Okay,
you will
ma'am.
not say. Next, you talked very nicely about the personal detail, but you put in too much personal detail. Okay, you talked about your, already we said no, don't talk so much about your give about your family background or things there unless they ask jodi tomak khudhe tomar ghorat kun kun ase. So don't go into too much personal detail, but the rest of it you did okay. Olop personal detail to olop kom rakhiba aru enekake koba that other part was good, that you joined the what you call, you obtained that scale and then you took ITI কৰি পেলাই, then you went for the computer thing. That was interesting কাৰণ তুমি সেইটো match কৰি দিছা আৰু পিছতো যেতিয়া কল্পনা madam asked you, then also you did. But again সেইখিনিও তুমি তেতিয়া ক'লা, then you sort of in the beginning you were a little hesitant, but then you again ঘূৰাই আনিলা বস্তুটো আৰু ক'লা my technical skills are matching that. But last or jitu sentence about private bank and what you call national bank, simple, keep your answers simple. Tumi etu olop urai ghurai tar pisot tumi olop jan memorize korisa kiba kotha enekwake tumi koisa kintu hetu to tat koribo nora. Today perfectly fine because you are doing it for the first time, kintu ei enekwa bostu tate enekwa mo kosu na tumi answer bor common porileo tumi pahori gosu enekwake tumi you cannot do that. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
আৰু সেই বস্তুটো that is important আৰু সেইকাৰণে তুমি কিন্তু সেই একে কথা about the personalized bank and the private bank, simple job security. In short you would have talked about job
Job
security
security.
না সেই বস্তুটোৱে তুমি ক'ব খুজিছা, খুব বেছি উৰাই ঘূৰাই ক'ব দৰকাৰ নাই। তাৰ পিছত most important knowledge about your subject, আজি যেটো নিৰ্মল দাস ছাৰে সুধিলে, when you took time to understand how you operate a bank account. কিন্তু operate a bank account তো মানে একদম simple বস্তু না, banking or operate a bank account এইখিনি বস্তু তুমি যেতিয়া বেংকৰ বিষয়ে পঢ়িলা হয়, ৰিসাৰ্চ কৰিলা, এই সেন্টেন্সটো বহুত simple হয়। আৰু এটা কথা মই যেটো আমি যদি কোনেও হেতু কোৱা নাই, GK and current affairs is very very important. So অলপমান নিজৰ কথা, অলপ ষ্টেটৰ কথা আৰু current affairs ৰ কথা you have to be up to date. এটো থাকিবই যিকোনো ইন্টাৰভিউত থাকিব। So thank you so much, আমার ভাল লাগিলে।
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Momidas. Very good. You have given very nice interview. I think that you have got the point. What ma'am point out. Okay. In future, you
Yes,
just
sir.
take care about it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
best wishes to you. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining with
sir.
us.
Thank you,
So
sir.
our next candidate is Onindita Saha. Now may I call the Onindita Saha for the interview. Please welcome.
Good evening, Anindita.
Good evening, ma'am.
Please understand, yet I should not, in the interview panel, if somebody says good evening, there are other people also. So you have to remember, no, in that first slide, 4 of us are sitting and you are sitting on the opposite side. So hey, poribek to monot rakhiba. Okay, so you imagine that I'm saying
Yes,
good
ma'am.
evening, Anindita, the whole panel is telling you. Okay, so good evening, Anindita. Please tell us something about yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Anindita Saha. I am from Bongaigaon. I have completed my schooling from here. And now I am pursuing BA in economics. And I am a final year student. I have a diploma in computer application. Um, my hobbies are sketching, painting, etc. I love to sketch. Um, After complete my graduation, I will go for MA in economics.
Nirmal, Das, over to
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Anindita, good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening,
What is
sir.
KYC? What is KYC? Do you know KYC?
No, sir. I don't know.
Okay, okay. Uh, what is the full form of PPF? Do you know?
Sir, don't know.
Okay, okay. Then you say, what is the full form of NABARD and when it was established? Since your economics background, that's why I am asking you.
Yes, sir. Uh, Sir, I don't remember.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Sumi, you please. Sumi, hello,
Anindita,
hello,
Ah,
Yes, sir.
Sumi.
Yes, ma'am.
listen.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ah,
Uh, so for you, one GK question. What is the full form of email?
we couldn't hear you, Sumi. What is the full form of
Email.
email?
Email.
Okay, we can go on, Kalpana. That's okay. It's okay. Fine. You don't have to answer everything. Okay. Next, Kalpana.
Yeah. Hello, Anindita.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
So you said you want to do economics after your graduation. Have you completed your? You have completed your graduation, right? You have
Yes, ma'am.
completed.
Oh, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Ma'am,
Yes, you're
yes,
audible?
audible.
ma'am.
Yes, you're audible.
So you have done your graduation and you want to do further studies, that is MA in
Yes,
economics,
yes,
as you
ma'am.
said, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you want to do a job. So why do you prefer, or what do you like about bank jobs, or what do you like about the banking? Why you think you want to join banking?
Ma'am, I like that profession as a junior associate.
Yeah,
I,
definitely you will be liking that. That's why you are
I,
coming. But any
I
specific
like the
reason
way of
that
working.
you like the way of working?
Ma'am, here I can enhance my skills, computer skills to grow the organization.
Okay. That is all you want to join? Only because of that?
Um,
Is there any financial reason, or do you think bank job gives you a very good financial security or something like that?
yes, ma'am. Bank job will give me financial security, and
Okay. Okay, thank you, Anindita. Thank you so much.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Because of time running out, we can next candidate.
Okay, thank you, Anda
Thank you,
Saha.
ma'am.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Our next is Podumi Sarkar. Now I called upon Podumi Sarkar to join in the interview. Podumi Sarkar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you just on your video, and welcome to the interview. On your video.
You have to switch on your video. তুমি ভিডিওটো অন কৰি দিব লাগিব। তোমাক ইন্টাৰভিউ ললে তোমাৰ লগত তুমি কথা পাতিব লাগিব না।
কিবা প্ৰব্লেম আছে নেকি পদুমী সৰকাৰ?
ভিডিঅ'টো অন কৰি লোৱা পদুমী।
Yes, yes.
Good evening, Podumi.
Evening, ma'am.
So, you are Podumi Sarkar. Please give a brief introduction about you, where you come from, and your
My name is
educational
Podumi Sarkar. I am from Boitamari.
Where is this place, Boitamari?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is this place, Boitamari? Is it in Bongaigaon? Okay.
Have you applied for this job? Why do you want this job? Why do you want the bank job? তুমি অসমীয়াটো ক'ব পাৰা এই চাকৰিটো তুমি কিয় এপ্লাই কৰিছা বেংকৰ চাকৰিটোৰ কাৰণে তুমি এপ্লাই কিয় কৰিছা
Ma'am, can I talk Assamese?
ইউ কেন অসমীয়াটো ক'ব পাৰা একো অসুবিধা নাই
ভিডিঅ'টো দেখা যোৱা নাই নেকি দেখা গৈছে নে
ভিডিঅ'টো দেখা যোৱা নাই
ভিডিঅ'টো অন হোৱা নাই ভিডিঅ'টো অন কৰি লোৱা তুমি ইন্টাৰভিউ হলেতো ফেস টু ফেস হ'ব লাগিব
এই যে এইটো তাৰ মানে এই যে কথাটো যে কৈছিল আইএছা
Ma'am, question to আৰু এবাৰ ক'ব নেকি
মই সুধিছো তুমি এই চাকৰিটো কিয় বিচাৰা তুমি যে এই চাকৰিটোৰ কাৰণে এপ্লাই কৰিছা এই চাকৰিটো তোমাৰ কিয় লাগে কিয় তুমি কিয় কৰিছা এইটো তুমি যে আচ্ছা এই যে চাকৰিটো তুমি আহিলে আমাৰ মানে যেটো অৰ্গানাইজেচন আমাৰ বেংকটোৰ কি লাভ হ'ব তুমি যদি আমাক জয়েন কৰা আমি তোমাৰ পৰা কি পাব পাৰিম
Ma'am, কিবা এটা নিজৰ এটা প্ৰফেশন কাৰণে কিবা এটা কৰিবতো লাগিব সেই কাৰণে
Nirmal you can ask
Kodumi hello Kodumi শুনিছানে
হাৰ্ড ওয়ার্কিং যিমানখিনি পাৰো সেইখিনি দিম মোৰ
Kodumi মোক শুনিছানে
আচ্ছা
তুমি এটা কথা কোৱা চেক আৰু ডিমান্ড ড্ৰাফটৰ পাৰ্থক্য কি চেক আৰু ডিমান্ড ড্ৰাফট what is the difference between check and demand draft
I don't know sir
okay do you know the various functions of Reserve Bank of India
so one again please question
then you tell me what do you mean by cross check বুলি কলে কি বুজি পোৱা চেক জানা তো
ঠিক আছে সুমি
তুমি শুনিছানে মোৰ মাতটো
শুনা পাইছো
তুমি
জানো স্যার হয় মে ক'ব পাৰে
do you know when Bijora Kanya Mahavidyalaya was established
মেম পাহৰি থাকিল
এবাৰ গলে তুমি ভালকে চাই লবাচোন মই নকও এতিয়া এনসারটো
হ'ব মেম
okay thank you Podumi we can go on to the next candidate actually all of you
okay thank you Podumi Sarkar wish you all the best once again now our last candidate Bhunu Roy may I now call Bhunu Roy to come forward for the interview Bhunu Roy are you there
সঞ্জীৱ ঘুনু কিবা নেট প্ৰব্লেম হৈছে বুলি কৈছে তাই লেফট হৈ আছে বাৰে লেফট হৈ আছে বাৰে জয়েন কৰি আছে এনেকুৱা হৈ আছে
Okay. So moving to next, our Gitanjali Rabha আছে নেকি? Gitanjali Rabha আছে কি? আৰু হলে সুপৰ্ণা সৰকাৰ কিবা কাৰণত আছে নেকি? তাইতো নোৱাৰে বুলি কৈছিল নেকি মেডাম?
তাই কিবা অসুবিধা আছে বুলি সুপৰ্ণা আনে I think she is not there
যদি
also.
নাই মেডাম আমাৰ ক্যান্ডিডেট এখিনি লিস্টেড আছিলে
ঠিক আছে তেতিয়াহলে মই এটো কওঁ তেতিয়াহলে এই প্ৰথম কথা আমিতো আগতে হেতু কাৰণে কৈছিলো যে এটো চাকৰিটো এনেকুৱা হ'ব and the first important thing is that knowledge about the institution and the job etu you all have not done your proper homework বুজি পাইছা so etu বস্তু etu mock interview তোমালোকে আমাৰ আগত আহিছা আৰু কৰিছা that is the first step it is a positive step কিন্তু নেক্সট কথাটো হল কি এটো তুমি জানিবই লাগিব তুমি অৰ্গানাইজেচনৰ কাৰণে যেটো গৈছা যেটো চাকৰিৰ কাৰণে গৈছা এটো প্ৰথম কথা about the organization about the job তাৰ বিষয়ে তোমালোকে ৰিসাৰ্চ কৰিবই লাগিব তাৰপিছত কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স তো বহুত ইম্পর্টেন্ট এখানে কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স you will have to get into the habit of reading papers ঠিক আছে জেনারেল নলেজ কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স এই দুটাও খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট তাৰপিছত পদমীৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আজি যেনেকুৱাকে অনলাইন তেতিয়া তোমালোকৰ যদি হসাহসি ইন্টাৰভিউ হয় মেক শিওর দ্যাট লাগিলে তুমি যত প্রপার ইন্টারনেট আছে তাত গৈ পেলাই তোমাৰ গেজেট গিটা ঠিক আছে নে নাই হে গুটেইখিনি কৰি পেলাই তুমি যাব লাগিব হেতু উপায় নাই তোমালোকে যদি পিছত এবাৰ আমিতো নাজানো কোভিড তো কেনেকুৱাকে চলিব যদি তোমাৰ ইয়াৰ পিছৰ যদি কিবা ইন্টাৰভিউ বা পৰীক্ষা এবৰ কথাও হয় আৰু এনেকুৱা হয় তেতিয়া কিন্তু তোমালোকে চাব লাগিব that you are in a place where you are getting proper internet connection and that your gadgets are working properly so hetu eta অলপমান দিগদাৰ হৈছিল পদমে অফ কোর্স ইট ইজ নট ইয়োর ফল্ট এটোৰ কাৰণে তো তুমি আৰু অকল মক ইন্টাৰভিউৰ কাৰণে তুমি তো কবাত গুছি নোযোৱা কিন্তু ইন জেনারেল এটো মনত ৰাখিবা তাৰপিছত অনিন্দিতাৰ তো এটা ইউ হ্যাড আ ভেরি স্ট্রং পয়েন্ট ইউ আর আ স্টুডেন্ট অফ ইকোনমিক্স তুমি সেই বস্তুটো তুমি নকৰিলা তুমি যে বেংক চাকৰি যে তোমাৰ সেই ইকোনমিক্স বস্তুটোৰ ইকোনমিকৰ যেটো নলেজ ইকোনমিক্স ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ যেটো নলেজ হেতু যে তোমাৰ বেংকত কামত দিব সেই কথাটো তুমি নকলাই হয় নে নহয় আৰু এটো হসা কথা যে যিখিনি মানে about the job maybe because it is a mock interview maybe because you all are not really going to apply for a bank job you all have not done your homework properly but it is very very necessary to do your homework and with that actually it's a very long session thank you everybody for being with us and for also coming forward for the interview over to Sanjeev.
Thank you, sir, madam, today's panelists for the interview. It was very nice experience for our student. I hope that our student get some point regarding this personal interview. What madam point out different point. You must remember this is very much important for you because you are not going to be graduate. After graduate, you have to face different interview in your life because your real struggle will start from your after graduation. So student, this personal interview is very much important for you. Nowadays it is very important. Okay, now it's very difficult to get a job. So what sir madam has pointed out during their lecture also and during this interview, please note down and go through it. Okay, practice yourself. So with this I'd like to move to the last agenda, that is the offering some feedback as well as vote of thanks. Before the offering the vote of thanks for all this week-long program, I'd like to request Dr. Kalpana Kolita madam to share few points with us, madam. Dr. Kalpana madam, please share a few points with us.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Am I audible? My net is also
yes,
today.
Yes.
No, it is giving lot of trouble.
Clearly audible, madam.
Okay. Respected resource persons of today's session, and Arundhati Mass Madam, the coordinator Sanjeev Baglari sir, and my dear students. Actually, I have been speaking all these days. Throughout these 5 days, I was there, except yesterday. Yesterday, I could not be there. Actually, I'm feeling what I'm feeling is that our students, those who have not joined or who could not join, actually asked for 50 students, but we had requested for 60 students. But unfortunately, many of them have not joined, and I am feeling them because I wish they would have joined. This was such a good training for all of you, all the students. It actually will help you in your future life. And in the final year, I am really opportunity to our students, and that also without any difficulty, just by sitting at home. Such a good training, right from the first to an interview, how to participate, and how to prepare themselves for the interview. All these things, everything, and including the maths class. Actually, I think Manavendra sir is not here today, but that session was also so helpful, and it was helpful for me as well as my son, because I had also made my son sit here to learn a few tricks about the square root, finding out the square root and all. So all these things basically was to help you groom yourself for the future life of yours. So students, I think you must have gained a lot of knowledge, and for that, you should also be thankful to Bijora Mahavidyalaya for giving you this platform. And I should not be saying more because this is already a lengthy session, I think. So I don't have any other words. On behalf of Bijora Konya Mahavidyalaya, I offer my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to Bijora Mahavidyalaya, the coordinator, Arundhati ma'am, Sanjeev sir, and all the resource persons for giving such good lectures and good tips on how to develop themselves or how to develop ourselves. These were the very important things, and I'm thankful to all of you. So thank you so much, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this program, to speak a few lines in this such a beautiful program, an enlightening program, of course. So thank you all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for sharing your few words, a few lines for us and for also the student. It is always encouraging to us. We wish your support in future also. Thank you, madam. Though it is so lengthy now, the time is running out. Still, because this program is especially for student, so I want 2 or 3 girls to come forward to speak a few feelings, your experience throughout this week-long program. So মই দুজনী মানুহক ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিম, আমাৰ যদি টাইম শৰ্ট আছে, দুজনী মানে আহি পেলাই তোমালোকৰ যিটো ফিলিংছ, যিটো এক্সপিৰিয়েঞ্চ আমাৰ মাজত অলপ শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিলে আমি লাভান্বিত হ'ম, আমি উৎসাহিত হ'ম। So Maitri Singh, are you there? Maitri Singha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please speak few words for us about your feelings, your experience throughout this week-long program.
Good evening to all the respected teachers present here. First of all, thank you so much. I think online classes are really working well for us. When I joined first day in the class,
It was new to me, but I didn't feel like we were meeting the first time because all the teachers were very friendly to us. So today is the last class, and I would like to truly appreciate all the teachers' work and teaching us so well and giving us an equal opportunity to speak and express ourselves. And I had a great experience during these classes. It will be very helpful for our future studies or job related queries. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Moitri Singh. One more student I'd like to request, Dhritismita Singh. Are you there? Doakhar kobar karne jodi asa. Dhritismita Singh. Asa ne? Jodi nai Jyoti Rupa. Ase niki Jyoti Rupa?
Sir, aছো।
Doakhar kobar?
Sir।
Yes. আমি শুনি আছো।
Okay, sir. First of all, I would like to say that thank you so much for very valuable training. It's a great course, great presentation style with lots of opportunities to ask questions and talk about real life examples, which all made for a really enjoyable and informative course. I really enjoyed the online course. I feel much better prepared to deal with uncomfortable issues. Thank you so much for wisdom, experience, and personable presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti Rupa Das. Now, anyone who like to say few words, please come forward. I will not take any name now. Anyone who would like to share your feelings, your experience with us, to come forward. মই নাম নলওঁ কাৰো এতিয়া কোনোবা যদি ক'বলৈ ইচ্ছা আছে দুআষাৰ আমাৰ মাজত ক'ব পাৰিব নিজে যদি আহে Yes.
Sir, my name is Runumi Demari.
Okay. Runumi, please.
First of all, I would like to thank all of you for giving us such a good opportunity to become a part of this educational session. I have attended several sessions before, but I find this one more effective and useful for us. I have genuinely enjoyed each and every sessions, and it surely motivates all of us and inspires us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Runumi Demari. Our time is already over actually. Today's session is very lengthy session. Before I offer my vote of thanks and conclude this session, I would like to request all the resource person present here, Dr. Kalpana Madam also and their student, please put on your video so that I can take a snap for all of you as a remark. So I request all of you to please put on your video.
Thank you,
Sir.
Kalpana. Thank you, students,
Sir.
for
Yes,
being a
sir.
part of this journey together. Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Sir.
Thank you, Swanika.
Sir, sorry for interruption.
No, you're welcome.
Sir, I want to say something to students.
Yes.
Dear students, yesterday we gave one assignment, right?
Okay.
But till now we have not got the response. So we are waiting for your response.
So, student, once again, I reminding you that yesterday Swanika Madam gave one assignment and she asked to join in the Google Classroom. Means that you have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, you have to submit through Google Classroom. So you know the Google Classroom code. If you don't have, once again I will share in your WhatsApp group. Then please submit your PowerPoint presentation so that we can evaluate you. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Because we are all ready to be with you, and we are so glad to be a part of this journey. and Kalpana Kalita ma'am was very, very proactive. And so it is
So student,
feels so
please
good.
put on your video. Video to on kora. Ami eta video mo eta snap lom yete.
Kalpana, can you please?
I have on my video. Is it coming?
Not coming,
No,
madam.
it's not.
Your face is not coming.
I can't see. I don't know. Maybe I said
Okay,
no.
maybe network problem, maybe.
Yes,
kini pare kiba on kora moi yate record hoi ase aru moi te ya snap lom tamne screenshot lom. So all of the student, if I see your face, it will be nice to all of us. Nice face on student side. So please put on our video. All of you are very
and
beautiful.
your smile,
Yeah.
and a smile.
And also with smile. Okay. সবৰে মুখটো দেখা নাপালো আসলে কেটা মানে এক্টিভলি পাৰ্ট কৰিলে বহুতে সবে জয়েন কৰিছে কিন্তু ফেসটো সবৰে দেখা নাপালো কেতিয়াবা কইনা মহাবিদ্যালয় গলে আমি চিনি পাব লাগিব নহয় ওকে
কিন্তু মোৰ ফেসটো যে আজি দেখা নাপালো সঞ্জীৱ
Yes,
সঞ্জীৱ মই যে সদায় ফেসটো দেখাই থাকিলো আজি যে দেখাব নোৱাৰিলো এতিয়া ফটোৰ
এইটো
সময়ত
নেটৰ কি আৰু আমি জানিছো আমাৰ ষ্টুডেন্টটো দেখা পালে হ'ব ওকে
Profile to dila, profile picture to নাই নেকি?
Okay, very good. Okay, very good, very good. Madam, would like to share a few words for us, madam, before I offer vote of my thanks.
No, I just want to say that on behalf of Virjhora Mahavidyalaya, we are genuinely very happy and thankful that you all have been part of this journey. It is said no that man is not an island. So আমি অকল স্কিল খিনি জানি কি হ'ব আমাৰ ওচৰে পাছৰে আমিও শিকিছো আমিও নাজানিছিলো আমাক কোনোবাই শিকাইছে এতিয়া আমাক দায়িত্বটো দিছে যে আমি ওচৰে পাছৰে সবকে শিকাম and so it is আমাৰ কাৰণে ভাল হয় if you all can really use this skill as you go forward in life together. God bless all of you.
Thank you, madam. So now at last, I'd like to offer my vote of thanks on behalf of Dr. Onudri Mes, coordinator of this program. Okay. So it is my privilege to present vote of thanks for this RUSA finishing school program, training program to final year student of Virjhora Koina Mahavidyalaya, who is directly or indirectly contribute towards the successful completion of this program. First of all, I would like to thank the Dr. K.K. Sharma, Honorable Principal of Virjhora Mahavidyalaya, for providing us this opportunity to conduct this training program for our student during this pandemic session. Secondly, we are very much grateful to all our honorable resource person who have joined with us and give their precious time to share their experience, their knowledge with our participant, with our student. I am very much sure that our students get motivated throughout this program and come to know some life skill which is very much important for their life in their future. I extend my sincere thanks to the Dr. Kalpana Kalita Madam, coordinator from Virjhora Koina Mahavidyalaya, for her continuous support and suggestion to the program. We are grateful to Dr. MS, coordinator of the program, who is working hard and coordinating to all of us to make this event a very successful one. Now, I also extend my thanks to all the respected faculty members of Virjhora Mahavidyalaya for their continuous support. At last but least, I must extend my heartfelt grateful to all the students of Virjhora Koina Mahavidyalaya who have joined with us to make this event a great success. Without your support, your cooperation, this program would have not been successful. With this few words, I conclude my vote of thanks. I also mention that today's session is end here. Very good night to everyone. See you again in some other program.
Feedback to December.
Bye.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night, Bado. Good night,
Good night.